Welcome, cellar dwellers, to the Matthew Street channel. I am your host, Matthew Street, and I really appreciate you being here live from the cavern in my parents' basement. And folks, you've heard the term better late than never, or a day late and a dollar short, however you want to put it. But yes, folks, yes, I am here to show my Record Store Day 2022 items. Go figure, huh? Over a month later, whatever it's been since the last Record Store Day. Folks, I have to be honest with you. I did not go to a record store to get these two items. These were the two prime items I really wanted. But folks, I just can't bring myself to, and this is not to begrudge anyone who does this, but I just, at this point in my life, in my 60s, very early 60s, I don't feel the desire or the energy or the motivation anymore to camp out in a line or wait overnight or get up in the early morning hours with the birds and stand in a line in the cold temperatures in the early morning around here in New England. It does still get pretty cold. I just don't have that desire anymore. I remember doing it many years ago when I was a younger man. Gosh, how many concerts did I camp out for or wait hours in line before there was computer-generated tickets? You had to just stand in line at the venue, and the line could be a mile long behind the block or something. And you'd wait there hours to get your measly little nosebleed section tickets. But I did it. I did it for Bruce Springsteen way back on the Born in the USA tours. That was one of the last times I did something like that. I did do it for McCartney's first world tour in the 1989-90 world tour. I camped out overnight. That might have been one of the last times I did it. And man, getting to the store at midnight, signing up a sign-up sheet, and then sleeping in your car all night, and then getting out and standing in line for several hours. It's just not for me anymore, folks. But I still support Record Store Day. I think it's wonderful. I think all the people that enjoy going and waiting in line and commiserating with fellow fans, I think it's all wonderful. It's all great. I didn't do that. What I did is I waited till after Record Store Day. I went online and I looked for great prices on the two items I wanted. Now, I didn't overpay for them. I think I paid face value for them. There were plenty of these items out there because they're not items that were like the hot commodity, so to speak, and everybody wanted this one, like the Taylor Swift release and all that stuff. No, this is Matt Street stuff. This is stuff for Matt Street, and so I knew it wouldn't be that hot of a commodity where I couldn't get it. All right, so the first thing I got is one of my favorite power pop groups of all time. Been a fan of these guys since, it's got to be 1980 or so, when I really first discovered them, 80 or 81. And it's their first album, The Rubinoos, on vinyl. Now, this has been on vinyl before. I just don't have it on vinyl. I have the CD. I have their second album on vinyl, which is called Back to the Drawing Board, I believe. But when I saw that the debut album was going to be put out for this Record Store Day, there's the hype sticker, on yellow vinyl. Okay, there's the back, not much inside, there's no gatefold or anything. You did get a little download card with it, and I'm going to save that only because they have a picture of the album right on the front of the download card. And here it is on Yep Rock Records on beautiful yellow vinyl. The Rubinoos' first album. Wonderful, wonderful slice of rock and roll and power pop, folks. Highly recommended. Those of you that maybe were flipping through the bins, you probably flipped by this one and you missed a good one if you just let it go not knowing what it was, because this is one of the greatest power pop rock and roll albums of the late 70s coming into the early 80s. It's just a wonderful slice of music. I shouldn't say coming into the early 80s because I think this came out in 77 or 78. I don't know offhand, but boy, what a great album, folks. And when I saw that this was being re-released on vinyl, yellow vinyl to boot, I had to have it. Rubinoos' first album, and it has a great remake hit on it, I Think We're Alone Now, which was originally a hit for Tommy James and the Shondells. Well, the Rubinoos also had a top 40 hit with their remake of that song, so check it out. The second one I got, I had to get this one. I mean, the Rubinoos, I was hoping I could get, and I really wanted it and love it. But this one, this is the one I had to have for Record Store Day. When I saw this announced above anything else on that list, I had to have this one, and I'm so happy I was able to get it afterwards. I didn't have to wait in line for it, but it's the Knack live at the House of Blues on September 25th, 2001. Folks, I had to get this. This was recorded only a mere week and a half or 2 weeks or so after 9/11 happened. And there was a lot of questions whether this concert was going to even happen because of the tragedy that happened on 9/11. But all the people involved, including the band, including the Knack, decided that just in the interest of bringing some kind of joy to people, some kind of hope that, you know what, we're not, as Americans, going to be, put into fear or made to feel like we can't live our lives anymore the way we want to. They decided to go forward with the concert, and lo and behold, the thing sold out. It was a smash success. It was recorded, but all these 20 plus years later, it's never been released. They finally decided to release it, and you could just hear it in the grooves, folks. The Knack are on fire. They're just playing with all their heart and soul. They sound like that band who was first trying to get a record contract back in 1978, back in the LA clubs. And here they are back in LA, back at the House of Blues in Los Angeles, ripping it up again, and it's fantastic. A great, great recording for the Knack. And here's the back. Show you all the songs that they play on this recording. All right. And a shame they broke up. I mean, original drummer Bruce Gary never really came back to the band after the band kind of split in 1982 after their third studio album. Bruce Gary never really returned fully. He came back here and there, dribs and drabs, and he ended up passing away in 2005 at the age of 55 from leukemia or cancer, I believe. And then sadly in 2010, lead singer and one of the songwriters, Doug Fieger, passed away from cancer as well. So that was essentially the end of the Knack. But I got to give Prescott Niles, bass player, and Bert Navarre, lead guitarist, background singer, songwriter, credit. They still try to keep the legacy of the Knack alive with occasional releases. They occasionally do interviews about the band. So kudos to Burton and Prescott for doing that and allowing this release. Open up, there is a gatefold with a great story about the whole event, what happened, why it was decided that the show should go on after 9/11, little history of the Knack, the band, some great photos of that show. Great centerpiece here. And let me show you the vinyl. The nice thing about it is it's on baby blue vinyl. Here's the hype sticker. Double vinyl set. And here's side C, side D. All right. Just comes in a plain white sleeve. I'm going to have to put it in some poly sleeves or something. And then side A and B is A, and there's B. Nice baby blue vinyl, as you can see. Really fits in well. So, folks, I haven't seen these. Other than I saw Alan C. Records did a great video about picking up this one on Record Store Day. He's the only one I saw that did a video on it. This one, I don't think I've seen anyone do a Record Store Day video on this one. So a couple of kind of rare ones for you here that a lot of people have not done videos on. The Rubinoos' first album on yellow vinyl and the Knack live at the House of Blues on baby blue vinyl. Folks, highly recommended. Two great bands, great albums here. Power pop at its finest, rock and roll at its finest, folks. You're not going to get much better than that. Really joyous, fun music, and certainly in these times, after what everyone was going through during this show, right after what happened in 9/11, but during these times as well, folks, I think we need some joy and some happiness in our lives, and these are two albums that will bring that to you. So, folks, that's it from me. I know it's been a little while since I made a video. I want to thank Alan C. Records for showing his Knack album, and I want to thank all of you for showing your different grabs on Record Store Day. I truly enjoyed your videos. I will be back again sooner than later. It's just been kind of crazy lately around here, so I haven't had a chance to make a video. But I appreciate all your support, all your friendship, everything you've done for my channel. Much, much love and appreciation to you. Thank you very much, and I'll be back again very soon, folks. Bye-bye.